So one of the big questions I get asked quite a bit is how do I make my website ready to be searched by AI? More and more people are moving away from searching on Google and even Bing, if people still use Bing, into going actually into their AI tool of choice and doing searches there. So a lot of people want to know, how does that look now for things like SEO? How do you make sure that your website is prepared? Well, fortunately, a company called Firecrawl created an open source project called AI Ready Analysis. And they actually created this project where you can actually do it for free. However, you do have to know how to go in and do this stuff and download it into your computer, whatever, and recreate this. Now, there's a simple way to do this. I was able to build this using one of my software producing tools. I'll show that in a different tutorial. But basically, how this thing works is I can go here. Actually, I'll start with a new one and show you how this works. If I want to analyze the website for my coffee shop, 45southcafe.com. I go here and I just input this into the search bar and click Analyze Site. It's going to go out and look for certain things first. It's going to do like a level one type of search to establish the readiness of my site. So my site is actually not too bad. And if I go here, I can see some of the reports. So I got the robots.txt. I've got a lot of these things already in place, but I could use some work in a few areas. So I'm 93% there. If I look here, I can kind of get some ideas on what I need to do. Add a llms.txt file to define AI usage permissions. I can click all of these and there's various different recommendations and those types of things. So most of these things are pretty much done. I could do some improvements in a couple of spaces, but for these where I have absolutely nothing, I can go in and I can take these suggestions here. You can also see a download report. I'll get to that in a minute. And then if I go and analyze this with AI, it does a little bit deeper dive into the analysis. So you see it searching for a few additional things. So this takes a few seconds longer where AI is going to actually go out and search my site and look for various different things to make it easier for AI to crawl. And now you can kind of see the score. Now, as AI reviewed it, I have a lower score, right? The AI enhanced score. I'll show you a few of these other graphs here. So this is kind of the grid view here showing that. If I look at the radar chart, kind of gives me an idea of on the basic analysis where I need help, and on the AI enhanced analysis, it's a lot poorer, but it averaged out to be about a 80% readiness. If I look at the bar chart, just gives me another visualization on where I need the most work. So mainly here, this LLMs and those types of things, right? But I'll go back to the grid view. The cool thing about this is it will go in and show me specific actions that I can take to improve the opportunity for my website to be crawled better by LLM. So I can go and take action on these various different things. And then at the end, I can download this report and it will generate a PDF and download that for me. And then I have my readiness report here, right, with that information on what to do. So that's something I built. This is a prototype just for me right now. If I did release this, I would need to charge for it because there are API calls that happen in the background. But give me an idea that these tools are definitely available. If you have interest in something like this, I will consider possibly putting it out as some type of like soft SaaS software if you like to analyze your site, or if you know anybody that needs some tool like this. But in the meantime, this is really just for me to look at my sites, my coffee shop, my consulting business, and analyze mine. And I'll probably have another tutorial showing you how to actually make one of these for yourself. So if you enjoyed that, go ahead and give me a comment down below. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you on the next video.